Alright, so this will be my actual first review for the new week and also looking at how my trades last week went. So I'll be doing that with you guys now. And also please don't mind the audio too much. I'm guessing it's vibrations from my internal vibrations from laptop that is causing that background noise. But I think it's better this week than it was for the last video. So yes, quickly let me run you through the trades that I took from last week. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3 trades here from the last week. From last week, that's the second week of July, and yeah, as you can see, it's all losses. So after journaling, after personal reviews from last week's price action and what went on here and there, the reason why I say I took those trades because market was starting to change bias, and it's not like I did not spot it. No, it's not like I didn't spot it, but at that current instance, the bias was still a sell. As you can see from last week, market bought. Now it was last week that I missed out on changing bias to a sell, which would have given me a winning trade for last week, for the week before this last week that I'm trying to review now. But then looking upward, even without drawing a trend line, now you can see that price came back down after testing this upward, this downward trend line up here. After testing it, price started going down, and using my entry model, I got a sell. As you can see, most of the times, apart from this Wednesday on here, market will just hit my stop loss, and then market ended up selling, although it just seemed like I didn't sell from the right positions. Okay, it just seemed like I did not sell from the right positions. So yes, nothing much to look into last week. Not much of emotional attachment, and as you can also see, majority of last week volume was very low. I mean, look at Monday, barely the space of my stop loss was see the entire London session and New York session. There was very low volume. Tuesday, let's say okay, it increased a little bit, but then this is not the average amount of volatility we usually have on gold. Wednesday was a little bit better. It was looking promising, seeing how London session started, but then going into New York, not a lot of movement. And Thursday, I think was worse off. Thursday was a little bit worse. Then just generally through last week, very low volume and indecision in price direction, which led to these losses from my point of view. But yeah, we're going to stick to the plan going into this new week. We're sticking with the plan, sticking with the strategy, sticking with the discipline for the next 6 months. Let's see how far we can get to. So yes, let's see what we are looking out for the new week. Right, so top-down analysis as usual. Let's see what we're expecting for this new week. Now, alright, so as you can see, now for a long time the bias has been a sell. For a very long time the bias has been a sell because price has not broken down this downward trend line, and also price has failed to give properly an upward action. Like it has failed to give an upwards a bullish structure, rather, let me use those terms, a bullish structure, and I've not been able to draw an upward trend line on the 4-hour time frame for a very long time, and it's a 4-hour time frame that I used to decide my bias. But as of price movement from last week, I have been able to successfully get an upward trend line. Now I drew this trend line midweek because like I said, I spotted a change in bias, but because price has not yet fully broken this downward trend line here, I am not changing my bias for that week yet, because price tested it 1, 2, 3 times last week but failed to break it. So middle of the week, as price was testing and bouncing off, I kept my bias to being a sell. Alright, I kept my bias to being a sell. Now, but with the way things are looking now, I am expecting, or rather from the looks of things, it seems like we are going to finally have some bullish movement and momentum going, because as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit more. Where is that path? Okay, yes, we have, with the base starting from here, we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, and this is our higher low here. Now we are waiting for to fully confirm this bullish momentum. We are waiting for a new higher high. Now, what the confidence that this higher high will give is that it will break these two downward trend line. That is one thing that this new higher high will give us a full confidence that we are now in an upward trend. All right. But even from this mini structure here, I would want to go for buys. I would want to definitely go for buys. Alright. But because I still have this my downward trend line being respected, I will find it difficult to say, okay, let me just go for buys permanently. But what is giving me confidence now, I'm doing this review as of Monday morning. Right, if you can see the time at the bottom of my screen here. This is Monday morning already, and the decision I'm making on my bias for the week is bullish. It's bullish. Now it's not just off what you are seeing here that I'm making that decision, but also the signs that I've been seeing from past weeks, the fundamental reviews I'm seeing online, and yes, I should be sticking to my own strategy alone, but seeing that my strategy is starting to give me a probable price movement to the upward direction and is aligning with fundamental reviews that I'm seeing online, I should be more confident with that. Now let me delete this first. Now what is the next signal that I'm seeing for the confidence going into buys for the week? Price opened right here. You see this gap? You see this gap here, right here? That has formed with market open. This gap right here that formed with market open, it's another confidence booster. Now, one thing I've noticed about gaps is that market will always come back to cover it up. Like, I have noticed, that is one thing I have noticed about gaps. Market will always come back to cover it up eventually. Let me show you the 4-hour time frame. I was happy I spotted that once I was trying to show you guys. Now see this gap, see this particular gap right here. Market did not fill. It might have taken, I mean, this 4-hour time frame, so it might have taken some time, yes, but did market fail to cover it up? No, market did not fail to cover it up. Now this little sign here is another confirmation for me, because it is something that I've noticed often. It is something that I've noticed often across various pairs. So that is another thing that is giving me the confidence that we are moving into a bullish momentum, that we are moving into a bullish drive. You know, this downward, if I draw a trend line here now, like I said in my last video, trend lines are what gives me my bias for what direction I'm trading to. Although I respect mainly 4 hours time frame for that, but sometimes 15 minutes gives you a sign as well. So currently this is the state of the market. See this downward trend line that was broken, and it's currently still being respected. As long as this low here has not been broken, it's currently still being respected, and I'm expecting price as with the way I'm seeing things moving now, I would just say the two things that I would say I can expect price to be is either come and bounce off here, off this trend line, and then blast off, or even from where it is now, it could blast off eventually. So yes, that's what I'm expecting price to do. So my bias for the week is bullish, bullish, bullish. My bias for the week is bullish, except if price comes down to break this trend line and remains like that. But I will still expect price to come up and close this gap. Maybe during my next week's review, I will confirm for you guys what has happened here, what has happened, whether price closes this gap or not. But for this week now, we are going into a bullish momentum, and hopefully, we will finally have our first win for the month of July on live market. Let me show you guys my journal quickly. So this is the page for the new week. Let me show you guys what I've ever since I created this journal templates. Started in the last week of June, second to the last week by the way. Started in the second to the last week of June. I had 3 trades that week. 2 were wins, 1 loss. Now see the amount of profit in pips that gave me. 1,250. And if I traded that, because currently I'm not trading any live accounts, I don't have a live account currently, so I'm just in the phase of testing and confirming the strategy. So I'm currently not sure. I mean, I've deposited here and there to try, but it was during the losing trade that I managed to deposit. So currently I'm not trading live account. I don't have a profit either. So yeah, see the second week now, 2 trades, 0 wins, 1 loss. Now 2 trades but 1 loss. Why is that? Because the second trade was break even. Let me quickly open that and show you guys. So yeah, so the second trade I took that week, it was this Wednesday, and see right here, it ended as break even. Let me open the image. Alright, so yes, right here. Now the rule I have is that once price gives me a profit of at least 300 pips, I break even. Alright, once price gives me a profit of at least 300 pips, I break even. So yes, this trade ended up in break even. So yes, that's the, and from last week, having taken 3 trades, 0 wins and 3 losses, you have minus 450 pips as well. If I started trading from this week, from this first week, as you can see, will still be in massive profit in terms of pips. So yes, let's go into this new week, see how it goes, and hopefully we will have our first win for the month of July. So yes guys, do well to subscribe, like, and keep following for more and more information on how this journey is going. Yeah, see you guys on the side of profitability. Peace out.